Are you a person who carries the weight of responsibility that others don't even notice? Are you a person who likes taking care of other people, who likes leading people, but you don't even know what it takes, the weight of it, the responsibility of it, the burden of it, the decision making of it? Today, I'm speaking to someone who understands exactly that. And today we're going to have such a lovely conversation with a person who's just been on a stage of a TEDx, of which it is an international platform. So I cannot wait to learn from her. Welcome to All Things Leadership Podcast. My name is Nompilo Gumede, and today's guest is the one and only Sis Nompilo Gumede. Welcome.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
Oh, thank you so much for making time to come and speak with us. How was Johannesburg?
Johannesburg was beautiful. I was staying in Sandton, so they're saying it's Africa's richest square mile.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see all those beautiful places, and I got to experience just the part of being away from home, and also to experience Sandton as a city, such a beautiful city, and also got to spend time with my family there that are staying in Johannesburg. So I'm so excited, I'm feeling refreshed, and
Sure.
I'm so thankful for the opportunity to actually even go there and learn what I had to learn in Joburg, because now I feel like some places we make them to be too far, but they're actually close to us.
Sure.
It's just 1 hour away if you're using an aeroplane. And
Wow.
yeah, I think we must bend down the bridges that are blocking us to go to the other side.
I'm just curious, where are the JSE offices? Are they in Sandton?
They're actually in Sandton, yes.
I actually remember a picture of you that was taken next to the JSE.
Yes.
And Shruti Mani is calling you.
Of course. I'm here. I'm here for the money. I'm here.
Yeah. Obviously you lead in powerful places. You run a company, you've got a personal brand, you run Ilontunzani Women in Business as well. And leadership can look so glamorous on the outside, but some parts of it feel lonely as a leader. And for you, what are some of those moments that you just you feel like they are difficult in your leadership journey?
Actually, I'm a firm believer in mentorship and in coaching, and that's what my upcoming book will also be focusing on. And I actually even shared that on the TED stage, that you don't have to walk alone.
Sure.
You need to align yourself with the people that are going where you are going. So in leadership, as you could see, that Women in Business had their first in-person event here in Maritzburg, but I was not there. It's because I've built teams in all these places for everything not to revolve around me.
Sure.
So those structures are very important to exist, because it should not be, if Nompilo's not here, then we're not working.
Wow.
So I'm very intentional in aligning myself with people that are able to stand for the brand, even if Nompilo's not there.
Wow. And how did you identify those people?
I see their passion and the way they support the organization, and I get an opportunity and I ask them that, would you like to be part of the committee? And if they say yes, then it's a yay. But if they're saying it's not the right time, then I stand back and look again. And another part that's very important is also listening to the Holy Spirit, because He reveals things that we do not know.
Sure.
So to be in tune with God in making decisions,
Brilliant.
discernment, praying about the people that are close to you, because it's not everyone that's close to you that wants what's best for you.
Sure.
So you see the things that they do for you and the things that they say to you, that actually this person is for me, or if that person is not for you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like every day we wake up and try to learn what it is that God is leading us to, because God is always leading us to things, and some things are uncomfortable, but they are exciting.
Sure.
And that's a wrap of how my TEDx experience was.
Wow.
It was uncomfortable, but I was so excited to be in that global stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo, that's really amazing, you know. And have you ever felt misunderstood because of your ambition?
All the time. All the time.
Yeah.
It's easily, because people will actually even question what it is that you're doing because they don't understand what you see. You know, the Bible says that where there's no vision, people perish. So I believe that I'm a visionary in this generation that should carry people forward, that should help people grow, that should create jobs for people, or that can actually connect people to their destinies, you know.
Sure.
I feel like that's what God has called me to do, to connect people to what they need to do. That's what I do in Women in Business, because
Sure.
I cannot mentor 1,000 members, but I can suggest someone who can mentor that person better. So I'm a leader that connects, and I thank God for the opportunity to engage with people. I know I'm actually going ahead of time.
Go for it.
But I want to share an experience of how I actually got to know about the TEDx.
Yep.
So I'm part of enterprise development called Segela. So on the 30th of May last year, we went on a summit, on a hike at Giba Gorge here in Pinetown.
Yeah.
It was so lovely, and you know, for me, when I meet people that I've never met before, it's such an exciting opportunity because I get to connect and know them better. So I walked with this lady, her name is Nompilo from Clean First. So this was 30 May. And then after the day, I said to her, I then sent her opportunities, because I always get opportunities because of being woman in business. And I was like, there's this thing happening in Sentin, apply for your company, you know. Wow. So as we were talking, engaging, but I thought it was me who heard her in terms of what she needed for her business. But I didn't know that she also heard me on what I needed, because I didn't know I needed TEDx, but it was her.
Wow.
So that day on the 30th, it was just me sending the forms for the CITFA thing that was going to happen in Joburg. And then she said, thank you. And I said, it was lovely to meet you. And then she shared pictures we had taken on that day.
Sure.
And that was it. I thought we forgot about each other.
Yeah.
27th of November, she sends me a message, a link to apply for the TEDx. And she says, hi, Sissy, I think this would be perfect for you.
Wow.
This is someone I've only met once in my life.
Sure.
So talk about God directing our steps of being where He wants us to be when He wants us to be. So I said, oh, cool. Thank you so much for thinking of me. And then I didn't apply there, but I kept having, the closing date was the 10th of December. So I'm like, okay, this thing is closing on the 10th. So on the 10th at night, I was sitting in the couch with my husband. I was like, oh, love, I'm completing this thing that this lady sent to me. So there was not even much applying myself. And that's the reason why I always tell people, have your things ready, have your things in order, have your story, because we all have a story. Have your story together. And then I completed that form, and then I got an email confirming that they've received my application. First week of January, I was interviewed, and I was like, oh, these people mean business. And because the first week was also funding applications, I was helping people, so I was busy. Yeah. So I didn't even prepare for the interview. Wow. So I just told them that I'm writing a book on resilience. I know the importance of networking, marketing, collaboration, and you know, like I shared about what it is that I'm doing. Yep. And they were like, we love your story. But you know, sometimes you can be interviewed and people will tell you we love your story, but they will actually just be saying to make you feel good. Yes. I know because they responded after the interview. They were like, congratulations, you've made it to the next day. So you're going to be a TEDx speaker. Wow. But it was too early for me to share that because you know that thing called imposter syndrome. Sometimes you feel like, these people are still going to change their minds. You know, they might not like certain parts of me. Sure. You know? Yeah. So, and then they got back to me, and then I've been working on them online. Then they were training me in terms of how do I do a script for TEDx, what's required of me, you know, helping me with slides and everything. So I feel like God really helped me to get to that stage by making me meet this lady. Sure. Before I met the lady, February last year, I got a complimentary ticket to attend TEDx Durban.
Yeah.
So that's when I started seeing that, okay, this thing is closer than we thought it was.
Wow.
Because I love TEDx. I watch TEDx's on everything and they inspire me.
Yeah.
So for me to be on that stage and be able to inspire other people is just so amazing.
Wow.
Because TEDx is actually about ideas worth sharing. So it means that my idea was worth sharing with the world.
Wow.
And that was just so amazing.
Yo, that's incredible. And I know that you had to leave your business for the whole week, and and you had an event that was happening in your other organization, and because you had to prepare. Would you mind sharing what do you have to prepare, as a speaker, going to a stage like TEDx?
They say you have to, you don't have to get on stage and be scared of the lights because you're not used to them, and using the mic, making sure that it's comfortable, and also being comfortable with sharing your story, like if you have to use cue cards or whatever.
Nice.
And just being on that stage to prepare, to get familiar with the place so that it doesn't shock you on the day. Because when you're a speaker, there are many things that can throw you off.
Yep.
If you're not used to speaking in front of people and then other people are making noise, then you're going to stop and say,
Yes.
You're making noise, you're disturbing me.
Yeah.
But if you're used to it, you're going to continue speaking anyway.
Yeah.
So I think that training was so important for us as speakers, to actually get ourselves familiar with the environment of speaking. And it just didn't happen on in person only. They started online by telling us about the rules of TEDx, writing the scripts, how should your script be,
Sure.
And they were teaching us things like it shouldn't just focus on you, it should focus on the people as well.
Nice.
People must feel like I've benefited from being in this place when you speak,
Sure.
So it's stuff we don't really think about when we're preparing our stories, but they help you to be able to prepare your story. So that's why I really respect the TEDx team and what they get to offer and what they get to do for the people that are going to be on stage.
Yo, that's great. And how long do you speak for?
It was supposed to be 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yes.
And you prepare the whole week for 8 minutes?
Well, I only went 2 days to train.
Yeah.
But it's because I just thought, I booked a flight to come back on Wednesday, but I was like, why am I coming back to Maritzburg and going back again?
Yeah.
So that's why I ended up staying in Joburg, and I'm like, you know what, I might as well stay here, because most of my meetings were online.
Yeah.
So I could do meetings and work from Johannesburg.
Yeah.
So I only attended Tuesday and Friday for the training sessions.
Wow.
Yeah.
And do they teach you in terms of the power of tonality? Do they teach you about gestures? They teach you about projecting, about all these little things that are important in the communication world? They
do. So when you stand there, they give you a mic, and if you maybe too high, they'll tell you that say it like this. They even teach you how to say certain words and tell you if people cannot hear what it is that you're trying to say. So it's that training that you never knew you needed, actually.
Yes,
because for me, I've already been speaking, and I thought it was fine. But after the TEDx, I feel like a transformed person. I feel like I can improve from where I was to where I need to be. Even my talk, I don't think it was the best. I think there's still room for improvement, So in life, I think we must actually be continuously develop ourselves to be the best version of ourselves, because it's possible for us to be the best version of ourselves, but we just need to allow ourselves to learn, to be teachable, to have a teachable spirit.
I really love what you've just mentioned right now. I would say you don't start from where you hope to be, you start from where you are. Because I think there is this illusion in our minds of which you need to start at a certain stage, not from where you are, just still on that, running 3 brands. It's Nompilo Gumede, it's Ava Business Solutions, then it's Women in Business, and many other that I might not know about. How do you make these brands distinct, and uzichaza kanjani?
I think we've all been given a measure of grace. So I think God has really given me grace to be able to carry women in business forward.
Sure.
Because it's really God's work, women in business, because it does not pay, because it's a non-profit organization. But in my heart, deep down, I felt God guiding me to help people. Hence, I'm serving in women in business. So being a leader, sometimes people think it's a glamorous job, but it's actually being a servant.
Yep.
So I'm serving at women in business, and you know, sometimes when you serve more than 1,000 people, it's not 1,000 of them that are going to be happy.
Yes.
So I must actually be okay with that. But then say, okay, as long as I'm doing what God has called me to do.
Brilliant.
Yes. At Kava, we're also serving people. But because we're giving them so much value, and because it's something I learned to do, accounting, and I've got salaries to pay, I've got rent to pay, then, you know, the business has to continue.
Sure.
But I also love what we do at Kava Solutions. And we also have t-shirts, caps. We're actually sorting out some gym wear now to that side, you know, to grow the manufacturing side.
Sure.
But for now, I was pushing the accounting, because as much as they're saying an average millionaire has 7 streams of income, we must sort out our streams first to make sure that the structures are in place before we move to the next.
Sure.
And then Nompilo Gumede as a brand, I actually never knew there was anything called a brand before Nompilo Gumede.
Yeah.
But I saw that a friend of mine actually from Joburg said to me, look, people don't like women in business as much as they like Nompilo. Look, Nompilo has got double the followers than women in business. Because I thought that people started following me just because they were seeing the work I was doing in women in business. But she said to me, no, Nompilo is a brand. So you must pay attention to Nompilo as well, not just the woman in business that's Ava. There's also Nompilo. And I remember we also had that conversation with you that I must try separate the 3 brands that I stand for, you know.
Sure.
But I feel like each one relates to another, and it just brings together what I was made for, what I'm called for, you know, what I should be doing here on earth.
Yeah.
Because if you're a person that cannot help other people, then what are you doing?
Oh.
What are you? What seeds are you planting? Once you're gone, what legacy are you leaving behind? You know.
Sure.
So I'm that kind of person that let us help one another. Let us make sure that we continuously improve, and let us all win. You know.
Wow.
Because if you don't ask for help, then how do you think you're going to win? You know.
Yo, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
So Friday, you were not around, and you had organized a massive event for women in business, and your team took care of it brilliantly. I was taking pictures of it, and what are the structures that you put in place to raise up such a winning team, in all, you know, in a thriving team in your absence? How do you do it? How do you select them?
Oh, I actually didn't get help there. I didn't do it by myself. So towards the end of last year, when I saw that my interns were actually, their contracts had finished, I employed a company, accountancy placements, and they worked together with the lady Kate from Iyoko. So Iyoko did the AI, and then Laura did the interviews, and then did the in-person interviews and the test.
Sure.
So there were 3 steps that were done for me to make sure that I retained the interns that were working hard. Because you cannot do everything alone. You cannot be jack of all trades. So sometimes with the skills, because I'm a kind person, for me, I wish we can all just stay together forever. I can just give people employment. But when it comes to owning a business, you have to make sure that you putting the right people for the right jobs.
Yep.
So that's what I did for Kava, and also Women in Business, the administrator, that she got the job on merit because they had seen that she's doing the work, and then they gave me reports that were very good in terms of how should I lead them going forward as well. And you know, so it's like knowing that you have limited resources yourself. You cannot be everything to everyone. And then try and getting people from the outside who are going to help you to win on the things that you want to win on.
Sure.
Like, I'm not excellent at HR. I really I don't like disciplining people. So I can outsource such functions
Sure.
to make sure that I have someone who can come in and say, Nompilo, your team can work better if you do it like this, you know.
Influence is no longer built in boardrooms or meeting rooms. Now it's built in your voice. At A46 Tech Studios, we make podcasting so simple, polished, and professional. No need to stress about technical stuff or learn about equipment. Only just your voice, your story, and your impact. Whether you're a CEO, a coach, a change maker, or a content creator, this is your moment. 2026 belongs to the voices that prepare now. Click the link below to join our waitlist.
Wow.
So it's important that we get people who are experts in their field to help us. Hence, we are working with you. Media is not our thing. So the fact that you are able to come in and help us to win and be visible on social media, you know, it's going to make our business win. So we must not be scared to see that we are not where we need to be, and then get top up to where we need to be. Like, to see our shortcomings and then work on them, and then put ourselves so that we can excel in that area.
Have you always thought like this?
No, it's life. Life has taught me. Sometimes you think you know it all and you can do it all, but with everything that's happening, and you realize that no, that thing is not my strong point.
Sure.
That thing is my strong point.
Yeah.
So let me focus on this. And
brilliant.
Yeah, like that's why I've got a new manager in place, because I knew that she needed to focus on certain things while I focus on certain things, so that the business can grow.
Yeah.
Because a growing business needs a growing mindset.
Come on.
Since my business is small and it's a growing business, then I need to have the mindset of a winner, that I need my business to grow. So I need structures in place, because if there's no structure, it's gonna go down the drain, you know. It's not every business that makes it to 20 years. So if you're building a legacy business, you must have proper structures in place. And don't be scared to get people that are going to come and help you.
Yeah.
You may think it's a cost, but it can cost you your own business.
Sure.
Exactly. It's like us as accountants, you know. Like, if you think you're just going to run your own thing and you don't need an accountant, you're going to realize a few years later that you actually owe so much money that whatever you have, you must just give it to Saks and close. But had you consulted, we would have given you strategies on how you can save on tax, on what it is that was deductible and stuff before you get into that hole.
Sure.
So I think collaboration for businesses and to make your business win is just simply amazing. I really believe in it with all my heart, because I've seen it working, you know. And as entrepreneurs, we are our own CVs. We carry our CVs. So as an entrepreneur, you cannot keep quiet when there's an opportunity for you to speak about your business.
Sure.
So you represent your business wherever you go. So you must keep your eyes and ears open. And when you see opportunities, jump for those opportunities. Don't let them go. Who would have known that I was going to come back with such a big gig that is going to make me speak again in Johannesburg had I not gone for the TEDx?
Come on.
So people are not going to see you if you're sitting in your own corner and praying about it. You must get out there. You must be out there, get to know people, connect with people.
Sure.
So that you can get more opportunities.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what's the importance of giving people value more before they even before they even give you money? You know, I think it's very important that you show people that you appreciate them, that you want to serve them, because I think poverty mindset. because the poverty mindset, what you can give me so that I can eat now, rather than investing in relationships. You know, like what you're saying about the lady that you met once, and then you started connecting, and this thing has opened an opportunity, like opportunities for you. You know, that is so powerful. And let's speak to us about compliance. I think as businesses we struggle to comply, especially with the government regulations and
Yeah.
all those things.
Yeah.
And what would you say to someone who is really struggling with compliance?
Okay, let me start here with the importance of connecting. They say an average relationship, before a person could do business with you,
Yeah.
sometimes it takes like 2 years.
Wow.
You keep seeing them and you're like, oh, you know that what it is that I do, but you don't use my services until we really click in 2 years. For some, it takes shorter than 2 years. But so let us not run into, I'm going to sleep, he's not using my services, I'm leaving him, you know, because that should not be the only thing that connects us. Unozipo from Clean First didn't give me her to do her books as an accountant, but she gave me a speaking platform.
Sure.
Because of the way we connected.
Amazing.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna send this video to Nozipo. Nozipo, thank you so much, and I pray that you grow and connect with more people, and may you also grow to the next level. And thank you for connecting me to TEDx.
Sure.
Thank you for thinking of me, Ogoti. I'll make it, and I did make it, and I'm so thankful to you to make this happen for me, to think of me. You know, when you connect with someone and then when they see an opportunity, they think of you, you know.
Amazing.
Exactly. So as I was saying, that the power of connection, you must connect with people, not because you want business from them. You must connect with them because you can also give them opportunities.
Sure.
Because it's a two-way
Sure,
thing.
Sure.
When you're selfish, you're working for yourself, you're thinking for yourself, then you have a poverty mindset. But abundance mindset says, how can we all win? How can I make this person happy? You know, not like we're living to people please, but really as people of God, we must be generous with our interactions. So I really, really believe in that. That being authentic in our interactions, we must just be generous. And if there's an opportunity that you cannot take, you can give it to someone who can take.
Sure.
Because I didn't even see Unozipo, that she was not there at all, but
Sure.
because she thought of me. And for that opportunity I had given her as well, it was because her business was a manufacturing business. That's why I said to her, apply for this because it'll be good for you, you know.
Wow.
And other people don't come back and say thank you, even though you help them. But it's not even about them coming to say thank you.
Yeah.
It's about you receiving the fulfillment that I've helped this person, and to God be the glory, you
Come
know.
on.
So you're operating on a whole different thing. And yes, poverty is not having money, but having a mind that is not ready to grow, that's poverty. Having a mind that's not willing to learn, that's poverty. So we must fight this poverty thing before we even have the money. Because when the money comes, we'll be ready to use it in a way that will glorify God.
Sure.
And compliance is very important. That's my next question.
Yeah.
So at Taba Solutions, brought the water today with our logo.
Yeah.
And we're saying to you, our services, basic ones are bookkeeping, tax services, CIPC compliance, Department of Labor compliance, annual financial statements. And now, as it's February, it's the year end. So everyone who has a company must know that this is when SARS is closing its books. So if you opened your company on a March and your February is your year end, you must be putting things together to make sure that your tax is in order. And if you're an employer, you must actually be thinking of your staff's increases in terms of salaries, you know. So February is very critical for business owners.
Sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, compliance is, if the SARS is sending you a message, respond to them. They're not sending it to you because they want to just play with you.
Yeah.
They're sending it to you because there's something that you need to give to them.
Yeah.
So whether your business is making a lot of money or not making money at all, you still need to file your tax returns. You still need to file your annual returns with the CIPC. UIF, if you're not paying yourself a salary, then you do not need to pay. And then pay as you earn, if you're not paying yourself a salary above 7,900, then you do not need to pay as you earn. SDL, if your salaries for the whole year are not 500,000 as yet, then you don't need to pay SDL. So it's knowing, educating yourself what it is that you need to be talking about. And that's why I always encourage people to attend networking events, because you're gonna get ideas on what you need to do and what don't you need to do. Actually, when I was in Joburg, I actually got onboarded on another enterprise development, not as a trainee this time, but as a trainer. So I'm starting there tomorrow.
Come on.
It's funded by a Cape Town foundation, and they were doing it in all provinces, but now they're here in KZN.
That's amazing.
So I'm so excited that I'll get to help people's businesses thrive.
Sure.
So it's starting tomorrow, and it's here in Maritzburg.
Can you
It's
still
gonna
register?
be at Bessie Head. I'll check tomorrow if there are still opportunities for people, because I think they received like 700 applications and they could only take 300. So, but I'll check if there's some people that don't make it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the things we share on Women in Business platforms. Come, guys, we share on our statuses, but sometimes people don't pay attention enough, because it's gonna help them. We need enterprise development.
Wow.
Like for me to be where I am, I attended the NEF enterprise development. I'm still attending the Segela. I've attended a lot of things that have made me think in a certain way as a business.
Yeah.
I've received funding from ETIA, you know, all those places. That's why I always say, if you're an entrepreneur, make sure that you try and get as much information as possible and put yourself there, put yourself out there, so that opportunities don't, you know, they come to you because you're looking for them, and you're able to take advantage of them if you're compliant. So that's why compliance is paramount. You must be compliant for you as a business owner in order to be able to grab opportunities.
Sure. You have a lot of passion, especially around the world of business.
Yes.
What fuels your passion?
Hey, I want to sound politically correct. I believe we can make money. And you know, when I was in corporate, I felt like I was limited. I felt stuck because I was like, why should I make so much in 1 month when I can make much more, you know? It's actually for me testing my ideas if they go to work. Now that I've employed myself, it's the flexibility, the freedom to be a present mom, but also be a business leader, you know, that thing coming together. And my love for people, like I love people.
Sure.
And I believe that with the right kind of motivation, people can win.
Sure.
So that fuels me. That, you know, some people write people off. I don't write people off. I believe that God's people, He's put them here on earth for a reason. And I always want to believe the better side of a person, you know. And I know sometimes it can be like a negative thing for me as a person, that my heart is soft towards people. But I believe that everyone has a purpose, and everyone can do something of value, and you know, they can get to where God has called them to be. You know, when I lived with my friends in Howick, Upem had her first child, and they used to come back to me, and I'll be sitting with the helper reading the Bible, and they'd be like, Nompilo, you have the time, just because I was doing my articles in Howick back then. I'm like, yeah, Jesus loves her too. She needs to know about Jesus, and so I'll make the time, just because Jesus died for all of us, so we must all live and find Him, and find peace, and find freedom that comes from knowing Him, you know. So that drives me.
Yo, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So if leadership was a muscle, if leadership was a muscle,
yes,
right?
Yes.
What would be your daily workout look like? What are your daily routines?
Oh, my biggest routine is before I even touch my phone, I wake up, I pray, and I ask myself, Nompilo, how are you feeling today?
Sure.
Because sometimes we end up taking anger outside of people, but the problem is with me. And then sometimes not all the time, actually, I've got the Bible next to my bed. So before I even wake up, I take the Bible and read what God is saying to me.
That's good.
And if that was not good, then I even go to worship and listen to good worship music, because certain things I need to put inside of me so that the Nompilo that I want the people to experience gets out. So that is emotional intelligence, self-awareness, knowing that it's not the people that are making you feel otherwise, but you also have something to contribute towards how people are making you feel. So self-awareness is very important for leaders. I feel like I used to have leaders in corporates that would be really rude, but I could see that, oh shame, she probably didn't wake up on the right side of bed, so she needs to work on herself. So that is very, very critical to us as leaders, that we need to work on ourselves, deal with our demons, you know, and deal with things that we do not like about ourselves, and face things head on. If there's something you're not comfortable with, go for therapy. If there's a need, just work on it. If there's something you don't understand, get someone who will help you understand it. You know, we all have, we all can learn from other people, from other platforms. We can all go on YouTube and learn. And I always recommend Women in Business for mentorship and stuff. Sure. We could get a coach. Like right now, I'm on the verge of trying to get a speaking coach. But you know, because that's something I want to grow in. Sure. I'm being truthful to myself that I really want to be the best in everything that I'm doing. I've got a business coach. Sure. You know, that's very important. So those things as leaders, we shouldn't ignore our blind spots and say, they're gonna go because I'm a leader. Sure. If we don't work on them. But let us also be emotionally aware of ourselves, that I'm feeling like this because of this. I'm feeling like this because maybe it's that time of the month or whatever's happening. I'm feeling like this because, you know, of certain things. Like when I finished my TED talk, I was like, I left a few things. I wish, you know, but I'm like, I had to go back to the mirror and say, Nompilo, I forgive you. You'll get other opportunities. You will excel in them. But now let's move forward. Let's go back to the kids. They haven't had the mom in the past week. Let's go and be present, mom. And let me go back to my husband and be a present wife, you know. It's okay. What happened in Joburg is good. I learned a lot. I've grown in my journey, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the stage. There were international stars, La Panataga. There were people from the USA, people from Tunisia, and people that we know here in South African media that are like top there. And to be able to stand on that stage with them was incredible for me.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. You walked into a place where you felt like you were not fully prepared, but God had prepared you in advance.
Exactly.
You know, that is so brilliant. You're speaking about you have a business coach. How often when did you realize that you need a business coach? Number one. Number two is how often do you converse with them? Who initiates the conversation?
Thank you so much. Actually, the reason why I don't even pay for my business coach because it's from the Segela program that I'm part of, funded by the SA Home Loan. That's why for people, I'm like, guys, let's apply for the enterprise development program. Sure. Because the corporates are giving these opportunities away for us as small businesses to grow. So I meet with my business coach on a monthly basis. We look at my management accounts and we see what it is that I'm doing in terms of growth. They ask me things on what I still want to develop on. They ask me if I've made good money, what did I do differently? Sure. And they ask me if I didn't make good money, they're like, what changed? They ask me my strategy going forward. So they ask me the hard business questions. And I really appreciate to have that person who's a sounding board to me. That I can meet on a monthly basis and actually they can see my every angle of business and help me grow my business to the next level. I'm also a business coach to people that I'm doing books for. I sit with them on a monthly basis for 1 hour. We look at their sales, we look at their expenses, and I'm able to tell them that no, we cannot use this for business. Or maybe how are you doing this, and actually help them to improve with their money spending and in their revenue generating, and connecting them with the right people so that their businesses also grow.
That's amazing. And what is one internal shift that someone could make to step fully into their leadership journey? Because omunye umuntu uyasaba, you understand, and they think that they need to take a massive step. What are the first few steps that they need to take to unleash leadership kubo?
I think it's just to execute. Because sometimes we have ideas, but we never do them. And then someone, you're like, why didn't you do it? And they don't have an answer. And sometimes we'll justify it and say, I was not ready. But you just need to give yourself a chance.
Yep.
You need to give yourself a chance before you even fail at something.
Mm.
Also being intentional, like having that vision for yourself and say, I want to do these kind of things this year. You see, for me, I knew that I had done enough learning in terms of enterprise development. So when I heard that Assisa Foundation is looking for people to do the KZN, even before I entered the room they were in, I told myself that this year, God, I want to be able to pour into other businesses.
Wow.
The fact that there's money involved is just a cherry on top.
Yeah.
It's like God heard my heart. So for me, if I see an opportunity that aligns with what I've told God about, I'm like, God, I see you. This is you giving me an opportunity.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes. So that's why even when I saw TEDx, I was like, how did this girl know? Even though I didn't feel ready enough, because I respected the people that I saw at my first TEDx. I didn't even ask the procedure. So, but when I got that link, I was like, God, could this be it? I was like, okay, let's see. But the things I've learned on the journey, they're just so amazing. So putting yourself out there and trusting that what God has given you is it.
Wow.
And going there with boldness.
Yeah.
He will carry you. You'll end up reaching to where He wants you to be. But if you don't act on it, if you don't execute, then you're going to eat the fruits of not executing on time. And then imagine the people that are less capable than you doing the things. I mean, I'm sure there are people that look at me and say, I'm more qualified than Nompilo. I should be getting opportunities. But Nompilo does not wait for the qualification. She just acts in faith.
Come on.
As I'm writing my book right now, I'm acting in faith.
Yeah.
And I know God's going to see me through.
This actually speaks to what if God doesn't call the qualified.
Yes.
He qualifies the
called.
But are you responding to the call? Are you being in step with Him? Because it looks to me like you're quite intentional about aligning your heart with what God wants and stepping out in faith, even if you may not succeed the way that you've anticipated.
Yes.
I think it's quite interesting to those words coming out from you, a person who has succeeded constantly at school, who was brilliant at school, brilliant at university, even at the workplace, and then you chose this journey of being an entrepreneur, and this journey of being an entrepreneur is not a straight line. It has ups and downs, and you learn a different way in terms of applying yourself. Tell us about your book.
Hey, my book, that's
Yeah.
My book, I told the TEDx curators about it. It's like they put a stamp on my book.
Brilliant.
Because my book is talking about building business resilience. How a leap of faith turned me into a champion entrepreneur. Last year, November, I was crowned champion entrepreneur of the year 2025. Yes. So that's where my book comes from.
Sure.
That all I did is I just took a leap of faith. I didn't know what was on the other side. I jumped into the river and I held on, and there were things that shook me that needed me to be resilient.
Yeah.
So when they said they love my story, I was like, oh, definitely they're gonna love my book as well.
Sure.
So that's what my TED was about. That I'm sharing the experiences of me after taking the leap of faith.
Wow. You know what? If you're watching this episode, you can pre-order the book.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a link below, and you're gonna fill it in, and then when the book is ready to be published and printed, we're gonna get a hold of you. So please click the link on the description below.
Thank you. We're actually planning the book launch at the moment. The library is giving us the dates. We even have an invitation card. We're just waiting for a few logistics before we go all out and just share the details. But most of the things have been secured. I think I want to add just one more chapter before we print. The chapter about the TED.
Brilliant.
Because it's very important for people to know that it's someone else who's going to come to save you. The people around you, they are your resources. God has put them around. So if you think you're going to work in silos and you're going to work by yourself and you're going to choose certain people, when you're not established, you don't have an option to say, I don't like this person. I'm only working with these people because they are my friends.
Yeah.
A stranger is someone you don't know their story, so there's a lot you can learn from them.
Come on.
Nosipo was a stranger. She's now someone that I'm really like, wow, thank you, girl.
That's brilliant.
Because you can exchange ideas, you can share what it is that you are hoping for the future, and who knows? Who knows what can come out of you just really connecting with someone.
Your story is truly inspiring.
Thank you.
Through and through. And this is not your last time in the podcast.
Okay, and also it's not my first time.
It's not your first time, it's not your last time. But thank you so much for wanting to serve God's purpose in your lifetime, in your own generation, you know. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for being in a space where you are able to employ other people and be able to, God using you as a vessel to provide for other families. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I do. This episode is sponsored by A46 Tech, our company that helps people gather the tech to build their own studios with our technical team. But even if you do not have the equipment, we come to you and we can shoot your podcast in your own space, in your own home, in your own company. So connect with us. In the description below, there is a link for you to connect with us. Would love to meet with you. Now, let's get back to the episode.
While you add on that, you know, some people come to my office they come for a consult, but because of the depth of their problems, I end up asking them, are you okay if I pray with you? And 90% of the time they say yes. Actually, no one has ever said no. Because I believe that sometimes it's not just the consulting, the text, the coaching that we need. We need God to intervene in our problems. And afterwards, they then come back to me and I'm like, okay, I thought I was done with this person, but they then become my retainer client, which is so amazing.
Brilliant.
I'm not trying to put myself out there as like umtandazi or a healer of some sort. No, I'm just saying some problems are just beyond just tax and accounting and compliance. They need God. So when they come to me, I feel like they don't only come for the accounting, the tax and the advisory, but they also come to meet with their destiny helper, you know, so that they can go forward. But I'm so thankful for the people. I get my business a lot by referral. Person calling me will be like, oh, someone told me about you. They and I'm so thankful for those people. And also you, like, I thank you so much. I know you always put my business out there. If you need an accountant, you know, I really appreciate that.
Hey, remember, you helped us register this business, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this conversation, smash the like, comment, tell us what your favorite thing was about this Nompilo. And also, just if you've got questions, write them in the comment section. We'll answer them one day when she comes back, probably after her book launch. So thank you so much.
I'll reply on the actual comments if people comment with the question.
Thank you for making time on watching this episode. We love you. Like, share, subscribe, tell others to tell others, and keep making a difference. Danko.
Subscribe. Thank you so much for having me.
Yo, bruh. Like, your story has so much depth.